this is not going on the podcast, I hope, where there's something funny about like being poly. Like the pro is that you get to have so many girlfriends. The con is that you're just constantly being broken up with. There's more breakup opportunities.
Yes.
That's a joke.
Also done that. Everyone in the world has also done that joke.
Oh, never mind.
Here's a joke. Here's a downside. When you're poly, the pros are that you have so many girlfriends. The downside is that you always want a cracker. Folks, welcome to Quarators Plus.
Kim, none of that.
That's right. That's an episode. It's Quarators Plus, the one-stop shop for you, but not the normal feed of Quora.
Yeah.
It's the honor feed that sometimes is things that aren't Quora.
We're going back to Quora.
So this is a very special episode. Longtime fans of the show, and by long time I mean in the last
1 year.
5
Are
months.
we coming up on a year?
We've already done a year by this point.
Have we?
Yeah, it was mid-September last year.
What?
Happy anniversary, babe, and I'm kissing you.
Oh my God!
Kissing you. If you're not
You
watching the video,
forgot
we're
our
kissing.
anniversary.
It's just like my marriage. Anyway,
Actually, I forgot it.
this is my 4th wedding ring. Anyway, what's
Welcome to Quarators
important
Plus.
is sometimes on the show we will do a themed episode.
Yes.
If you've seen it. And before we did, Master Chief and all the questions
Killing spree.
related to Master Chief and his exploits, his journeys.
And people said, "Who's next?
Who's on their radar?
Who do we do after Master?"
And there was
Chief?
only one figure coming up again and again, almost every week on the show.
It's not the Arbiter. It's not Kratos. It's not. It is Jordan Peterson because I bring it up a lot.
Who?
The only thing I know.
Yeah, but the Jordan Peterson one, I feel like it's not ha funny all the time. It's more he funny, and that's different. It's more subtle. And so you're probably guessing at home, the next character is Adolf Hitler. This is the Hitler
It's
episode.
Adolf Hitler.
Now, we have been asked to stop talking about Hitler.
Okay.
On
I want to be
Cracked.com.
clear about this. I want to be clear about this because we promised that we would not be censored when we went to Cracked.
We will not be
and
censored.
I think that if we said, listen, we really want to do a Hitler episode on the main feed, they would be like, go for it.
Whatever, losers.
But we were like, let's just do this on the bonus.
This is the good shit.
Yeah.
You got the good shit.
This is the good one. We
like
realized
World War II trivia.
why upset these people more than we have to? Why fight for Hitler the episode?
Here's the thing, too. I was telling my wife about this. Like, so many funny Hitler questions, babe.
Yep.
Babe, Adolf is going to get arrested, babe. And she was like, I don't like it when you guys talk about Hitler. And so for those people, that's why we are also here. You could just choose to skip this week.
This is the problem because I totally get why people don't like it, but I can't. It's not even a problem for me at all.
It's not a problem, and it's actually my favorite thing. So that's where I am.
Also, the other funny thing about being in the Cracked offices is there's people just working on memes 100 feet from us.
We don't want that to wash
Can
into
they
this.
hear us?
They probably.
We don't know.
Probably.
I don't know why they would.
This is going to be our first whispered episode.
We're talking about Hitler this week. And yeah, we don't like the guy.
We're not a fan. But you know who is a fan is roughly 1/3 of Quora users. And putting the word Hitler into the Quora search does... I had so many options for this that I cut down the list by half.
Well, I hope
It was
don't
on
run
2
out.
full pages before I was like, this is more than an hour.
Before we get in,
Uh-huh.
I have a question for you.
Yes?
Who would win a fight, Hitler or Master Chief?
Oh my God. Does he have the Wehrmacht? I see. The whole thing, too, is I'm just going to be missing Master Chief this whole dang thing.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
I love that guy.
That guy, I mean, if he was deployed overseas in 1944, he would serve it to the Kaiser.
When he commits a genocide, it's only against the ugly aliens.
Yeah, they're gross. They're
I don't
buggers.
even like them. They are buggers.
They're buggers. Orson Scott Card episode. Sorry, we couldn't find enough funny stuff for that.
We should have him on the podcast.
I feel like he's not above doing a podcast.
OSC. Do you see someone in the Discord found the Ben Shapiro Quora?
Yeah,
account?
I did. And similar, but he was pretty much doing an AMA on that.
Yeah.
It was like him visiting Quora. It's
There
not
was
like
one-
Orson Scott Card is a member of Quora.
There was one that made me
community.
laugh a lot where it was like, it's relevant to this episode because someone was like, why is the... Let me find the actual quote.
Yeah, pull that up. Jamie, pull that up.
I blue skied it.
I hate.
I really just don't like the world we live in anymore.
Live the way we're living.
Oh boy. You don't need to put this one in the video, so it's fine. The question was, why do you believe the Nazis were left wing? And he has a whole long answer about like the difference
and
between
he's really annoying.
Politics and
this is why we're not doing a Ben Shapiro episode.
Europe and America. But just the answer is like low key funny because he wrote like the Nazis were left-wing by American standards, but right-wing by European standards. It's important to understand the differences in terminology. And he means, like, technically the progressives in Europe want the same thing. But it just, the way I read it is just like, America's so right-wing that he's just like, they're actually like basically leftist.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're kind of like worse than the Nazis. Anyway, I run a patriotic YouTube channel.
Henry Ford was an interesting man.
Goddamn pudding brain.
This is a politics podcast.
That's a guy who knows how to fill an hour of time. Say what you will. Ben Shapiro could fill unlimited Quora episodes like that. Like, no problem.
Would I hit the Christian baby? Well, is the baby gay?
Yeah. You know how you ask me about the Christian baby? And sometimes I'm like, I don't even know what to say to you at this point. Like, that would never happen if you had Ben Shapiro as your co-host.
Yeah. Bad news. I think we closed the LinkedIn song from last week.
Fuck me, I have to go find it.
I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
We'll find it.
We're doing 3 episodes today. It's the last week for us.
I can't cry on mic.
Don't cry on mic, Alex. I've done it. It's very embarrassing.
If I cry on mic, Hitler wins. Oh, do we have a Hitler sound effect? What would that be?
Hitler!
Scheisse!
Should I find one?
If you type in Scheisse sound effect.
I don't even know how to spell that.
Scheisse?
I'm going to look up Hitler sound effect.
All right.
Oh,
this
boy.
isn't gonna be.
I don't
anything.
know if I've
found so many sound effects for my radio play thing that I know that sometimes you just can't find them.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl!
What is he saying?
Is that like a real recording?
It's true. I like this comment that says epic sounds. Germans when no beer.
I love the internet.
I can't believe that we had to put this on the bonus.
Leave that up. We're going to be hitting it every 5 minutes.
Are we?
Yes, it's the Hitler sound.
Okay.
All right,
Should we get into
question.
it?
And this one's going to be divisive for our audience.
Oh, yeah.
Who is worse, Trump or Hitler?
I wonder if there in the 40s or 30s there was like a Drumpf-style nickname for Hitler.
Oh, you're going to vote for Shitler?
I call him Hitlon or whatever. It's like
I call him Hitlier.
That's what it would be.
Invading Poland is one thing, but lying about it?
That's so funny. Oh, you like Hitlier? I see you have Hitler derangement syndrome. Everybody calls everything derangement syndrome now. It drives me crazy.
It's overused.
It really is.
But whose fault is that? Is it Donald Trump's?
I've seen both sides use it. I'm a centrist on this issue.
So maybe if that's actually one of the worst things in history that's happened is everyone using that word, maybe Donald Trump is worse.
I just see people like accusing someone of being like, oh, do you have Biden derangement issue? Whatever.
You have Bidenoia.
Yeah. Okay, man.
You're doing Bidenomics.
You're doing Bidenomics right now.
You're dumb.
You're talking about the oldest man alive.
I'm trying to think of a pun that's not coming fast enough.
Hitlier.
He's a hit liar. Okay.
I really like that.
Thank you. I hope you get to use it for topical politician Adolf Hitler. So who do you think is worse? Trump.
Oh my God.
What did he do? He has a palace that's gold. And it's a hotel and you can buy his steaks. He has a line of steaks.
Also, can I just point out, it feels a little weird being on Quora on the bonus. It feels odd, doesn't it?
It does feel weird.
It feels a little strange.
I am naturally in my element on Quora. It's like taking all my clothes off at my house.
I know.
It's pretty much the same situation as that, actually. I also, okay, so here's what you need to know about a lot of these comments is they're going, it's Mao.
Yeah.
It's people deflecting and doing a reversey on the question.
It was Mao. This guy says, I don't know.
El Mao. There, I could say it.
Both of them are.
Both of them are.
Most people say Hitler is worse.
So this is an
'Cause he's
interesting kind of little question here because a lot of the Hitler questions kind of pandering to a Trump demographic, but this question pandering to a resistance lib demographic.
Also, can I just say that Quora, now that we're on the bonus, Quora has been doing this weird thing where they refuse to get rid of the related questions now. It's so fucking annoying.
It's difficult to use. And I think it's
getting
because they know
worse.
podcasters are satirizing them.
Is every fucking website just so much worse now? I mean, like, come on, man.
I don't know why this happened. Like, did Elon also buy Quora? Why is Quora worse?
This
It
guy
already
says-
wasn't usable.
This guy says, to be honest, I don't follow Trump, but why is it PC to say things like this about him?
But
when
you guys are
Obama-
so mean to him.
Oh, it's PC? I haven't heard the word PC in forever. Like, wokeness took it over.
Oh, and then this guy's talking about how Obama wanted the Iranians to bomb Israel.
Yeah, I don't think that that's true.
Quora is so much better than Reddit, man. This is so much better than the one thing.
Wait,
I'm so
can I
happy to
keep
not be
reading
on
this?
Reddit right now.
The fact that Trump is compared to Hitler, although I have heard he has been erratic for the past while Obama, with, yes, his hatred of Jews, is loved by my Seinfelds. Like liberal shame of Israel brothers. Just shows that the majority ruled. Starving.
My Seinfeld. The idea of someone watching Seinfeld and just stroking their little Jerry doll. My Seinfeld is back again.
You gotta sign up for the bonus feed.
Loved by my Seinfeld.
I love
so
Quora. It's
interesting.
just so much fucking better.
It's so much better.
This guy sells stocks.
He's mostly here to talk about Palestine.
And he loves
as
Trump.
I could tell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wait, but then he said he didn't love Trump.
Well, this was 6 years ago.
Oh,
so
he had
maybe
time to
didn't-
he read
yeah.
around on Quora
He was
and
like,
actually
this
came around on
Trump
him.
guy's pretty interesting. He's better than Hitler.
And I hear Obama wants to bomb the Middle East.
And again, I'm really sorry to everybody who's doing work near us.
Okay, what's the next one?
Okay.
We're split on this. We can't decide.
Oh, yeah. Who's to say?
All right, I wanted to get this one in early because it's
Yes.
divisive.
This one, I mean, this is just a historical question, right? So it's not an opinion question.
Sure.
There's a yes and a no.
It's fact-based.
We don't know the answer to it necessarily. And the question is, was Adolf Hitler black?
Now,
How does that make you feel?
what do we know about Adolf Hitler?
Number one, he was black. Oh, wait,
No, I'm not sure if that's true. Well, we know he's Austrian.
Yes.
He's a failed painter. He was painted, but he didn't have genius to him. He only had technical proficiency, so he instead created World War II.
He was pretty good at painting. I'll give him that.
Did he ever hoop?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to answer the question.
Someone wrote hearted, no doubt.
What?
Black-hearted,
Black-hearted?
because he's bad.
That only works if you read the question and then the answer very quickly.
And then someone else says the only thing black about Adolf Hitler was perhaps his heart.
Is that really in there?
Yeah.
There's two black-hearted answers?
Oh, yeah.
To answer your question, it's black-hearted. And that's why people get confused.
It's possible. Could have pulled a Michael Jackson. What?
Sure, he could have. Sure. Wait, I want to know more about the person who asked this question.
That might not be easy for me to find.
Yeah.
I'll scroll. You.
Okay. All right.
do your
'cause-
thing,
so I
girl.
guess what I'm wondering.
I found him. His name is Andre Williams, and he has
This is his one question.
he has a photo of his arm, and he's a black man with a tattoo that says Black Power. And his one question is, was Adolf Hitler black?
And that was all he needed to
I'm
know.
fascinated by this man. He lives in Atlanta. He studied at Northside High School.
Graduated in 1974.
And he's
we
the
can get an age
director
on
of
that.
Human Resources, IT, and Accounting at question mark.
Wait, best HR guy at your office.
Oh my God.
Black
He asked this 1
nationalist
year
Hitler
ago. Well, you
fan,
know what? I'm going to
87.
follow him, and maybe we'll see if he ever asks another question.
Yeah, it seems like he got everything he needed to know on this question and then was done.
Yeah.
He typed this in, and then it seems like the answer is no.
Yeah,
He's
most
like,
people
all right,
think
I've
the
lost
answer
interest.
is no.
I'll be on Reddit now.
Yeah.
I have better questions for that. I have more relationship advice. Wow. What a strong start.
What a good question.
What an unbelievable beginning to
So
this
he was
beautiful journey.
He was white, unless he did a Michael Jackson.
Unless he was in a fire. And dude, he got a series of surgeries
Yeah.
that kind of bleached his skin.
Yeah, I think he's just a white guy. I think
You
we
know
have
what?
to claim Hitler as white guys.
We all
Unfortunately, he's one of us.
We all love Hitler's music, but we cannot overlook the things he did. Okay, question 3.
Was Hitler actually a nice guy in person?
Okay, this is almost similar to the Was Hitler Black question. And that you really have to look past everything you think you know.
Not to get political on this podcast, but this is what people always say about Bush, George W. Bush, right? Isn't this like truly what they say about him?
I just think it's so funny to be on the Hitler episode and be like, by the way, fuck Bush.
But like,
Anti-Bush stuff will always make me laugh.
I know
It's
someone
really
who
funny to
met
me.
Bush and was like, he's really nice.
He's a legend.
I think the Iraq War was like no good.
Yeah.
But he was like a nice guy.
Yeah, from what I've seen in Adam McKay's films, he kind of just showed up to work for those. Seems like it was other guys' fault.
According to renowned journalist Adam McKay.
The guy who wrote Anchorman said he wasn't to blame. I don't think. He didn't. I've never heard anything about him being nice. I've only heard stuff about him being addicted to pills.
Yeah, he had an underage girlfriend.
Which
Canceled.
if he's an int J, like
Yeah.
often he'll be more direct than you're comfortable with.
Where was Hitler on the fucking scale? What's
that was a
one
question I
called?
deleted from our list.
Was it?
Yeah, and it was a strong, by the way, strong push for
Myers-Briggs.
INFJ. And
INF.
I knew that was going to be a big trap for us, just finding out what all the J's stand for.
Yeah, I'm gonna
and
look.
it's Super Saiyajin. That's what it stands for. It means person in Japanese.
So, which one is he in INFJ? You
This
said?
is specifically what I wanted to avoid, but yes. that's what it
Idealistic,
says.
organized, insightful, dependable, compassionate, gentle, seek harmony, cooperation, enjoy intellectual stimulation. That sounds right.
Yeah, he's compassionate.
He is passionate
He's definitely passionate.
about hating the Jews.
He's so passionate, you're going to come. It's a Hitler episode.
Welcome to the Hitler episode.
Hit that sound effect. Pull it up. Pull it up. Slam it.
Right.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl!
We also have the 9-1. We can do that.
It's
Nein, 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 nein!
That's an objectively better sound effect.
All right, we'll keep that one. That's from a movie. I don't know which one.
That- don't play it twice.
I'm trying not to.
They're gonna get sick of it. It's from Downfall,
Okay, gotcha.
from the funny clip where Hitler tells you about Baldur's Gate or whatever.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
you put in whatever you want to know about that. What question are we answering? Oh, was he actually
Is
nice?
he a nice guy in person? Probably not.
So it's like if you had a flat tire and Hitler was driving by, would he like stop and
I don't know if you're a Jew.
give you a? Yeah, well, that's the thing is we know he's very racist,
Not to me.
and I know that Jeremy's gonna hold that against you. But I actually went to Catholic school with Hitler,
True.
and he was on my basketball team.
He was never bad to
He
me.
was always bounce passing. It was just right from the chest.
Look, there's a lot of allegations about Hitler, but I just want to say he never said anything bad to me.
He always said no to drugs on set, and that kind of kept me clean. It kept my nose in the books.
Did you read the Ashton Kutcher letter to?
This is what I'm referencing.
Okay, good. Just making sure that we're on the same page.
Everybody's on the same page.
Where his friend's a rapist, and he was like, one time he broke up a fight. Come on.
And maybe Hitler broke up a fight. Let's read the answers on this. Here's a funny thing that's going to be in all these questions is that like people have read too much about this man and they have a lot to say.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably like, is he the most famous person ever in history? Maybe, right?
Yeah, he's up there.
Jesus is up there, but are they the same guy?
What if it was revealed?
This guy Julia says, well, I think everybody needs to give their heads a shake. Nice guy in person. Look at
If
what
you're
he
listening
did.
to the show at home, give your head a shake real quick. Pause the show.
If that is the definition of a nice guy, I think I have missed something in my humble life. As far as the arguments about the high flyers looking down on him, well, maybe there was a good reason to do so. Look at what he did.
Look, look at what he did.
And someone goes, he
honestly,
ended unemployment. Come on. He gave people a purpose to live for.
I think it's. I love.
That purpose was killing all of the Jews.
I love us. Can I just say I love us?
This might be our best episode ever.
I know.
I
My
love
wife
this one.
hates it so much.
Alex's wife doesn't like it.
She
Honestly,
hates that he ended unemployment.
I would not be surprised if a lot of our listeners hate this episode.
Right.
That's why it's on the paywall.
More Master Chief. More Master Chief.
Please go back to Master Chief.
He has so many more battles to be fought.
We have to get Hitler out of our system.
Yes, to
it's
finish
in our
the
system
fight.
right now.
I'm sorry. You have a raging case of Hitleritis.
Did Adolf Hitler ever team up with the Arbiter?
Can we read more of these answers? They're all really good.
Yes, I
Okay.
can.
There was one about like, well, does he perceive you as a threat?
All right, let's do this one real quick. James Brendan, who's a former, he's a professional guitar player currently. Says,
That's what's up. You're living the dream.
He says, I protest to this question. I protest to any attempt to eulogize this.
James.
Their stories don't deserve to be told. Their victims' stories deserve to be told.
James.
I like that this guy is talking about Adolf Hitler with the cadence of like a mass shooter. Like,
This is my favorite. Yeah, like do not platform.
yeah, do not platform Hitler. Like, buddy, too late.
We do not want people to find out about this.
I've got bad news.
Read another one.
All right, let me find the one that you.
This one's
oh
too
my
long.
God, fuck off. Was this worth your time? No.
1 star.
Let's see. He must have been extremely charismatic. It can't be easy to make a lot of people think you're making sense when what you're saying is kill the Jews, the gays, the disabled, and the gypsies, which is a slur. Lots of world leaders have been very
Whoa.
charismatic.
So
You
this is
can't
kind of
say
like,
the gays.
was Hitler nice? I don't know. Is Bruno Mars nice? You'll never know. He's too talented.
I like this one. This guy Jonathan says, well, if you met him, you'd probably be thinking, well, what a swell guy. Somebody who is actually trying to do something positive for the country, which to be honest, that in all fairness, he was, both in and through his all principles regarding National Socialist idealism. On the other hand, the same guy was jailed in 1923 for attempting to take over power by force, and whilst incarcerated inside Schloss Landsberg, wrote his 2 volumes of Mein Kampf, which clearly set out all of his racist
This is
and
weird. This
nationalistic
is like a
opinions.
run-on sentence that's turning into a biography.
I
This is
cannot
not
figure out what this man is saying. He's like, if you met him, you'd probably be like, this is a great guy who's doing a good thing. But you should know he wrote Mein Kampf.
Whoa.
This is a guy.
From the radio?
This is a guy who lives in 1934. This is the issue, is that he actually time traveled here from the 1930s and he doesn't know about World War II yet.
We have to see how it plans out. Was he a nice guy? We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I don't know. He wrote a problematic book. Hey,
Canceled.
and writing a book is impressive in itself.
Yeah, all authors are kind. And they're allowed to have young girlfriends. Hitler's girlfriend gonna come up later, by the way. We'll get around to that.
Joking aside, I do not think that he was a nice guy. Like, I think famously he was pretty like.
Yeah, he's rude.
He was not. He
I
was
heard
not nice.
it sounds like he was rude.
It does.
And quite forward, because just because he's an INTJ or INFJ.
We promise not to discuss this.
All right.
Wait, can I read one more? Fred Sook, former rapper, says, yes, he went crazy after starting a vegan diet. He went back to normal after he started eating meat again after the war when he moved to South America. Upvote for you. Upvote for you, good sir. Thank you for your insight.
You should comment, you got to get back into rapping.
You gotta get back into rapping.
Thank you.
Can we find a song by Fred Sook?
Yo,
We probably can, right?
this is Dirty Fred. All right, Jeremy, knee deep in YouTube looking for Fred
I'm
Sook.
desperate for this.
He probably has a stage name, bro. He's probably not Fred.
You don't think
Sook.
Fred Sook is the stage name?
No, that's his mother's name, Sook.
I'm so mad about
He
this.
took his mother's name to
I'm
cast out his father.
furious.
You got to get off Fred Sook. We have so much more Hitler on our plate.
Yeah, but what if you could hear the music?
Well, we can't.
All right.
We can't hear it.
All right.
And you're Sook up about it.
Marcy wants to know, I'd like to know if a bunch of ecstasy pills asked this question. Don't know what that means.
Yeah, I'd like to know if a bunch of ecstasy pills.
All right, we've got a lot of questions. I'm really sorry. This is a similar one. The question
I'm trying
is,
to focus.
do people hate Hitler? Why?
This is maybe my favorite one out of the whole thing, honestly.
Why?
This really has like you were joking, like, is this person from 1935? And this really does have the thing of like, everyone's so mad at Hitler. What did he do?
Because Hitler didn't murder as many as Stalin or Mao, who are big heroes and always have been to liberals and Democrats.
Liberals and Democrats.
Democrats love genocide.
They're Democrat is what I say.
But Hitler didn't do the equal opportunity mass killings like communists do, killing anyone regardless of race, creed, nationality, gender, religion, or sexual orientation. I love this idea that this guy is like, communists do woke genocide.
Yeah.
They want diversity in their murders.
Maybe you've heard of a meritocratic genocide. Has that ever come up to you?
This is literally the argument this guy's making. It was Hitler's bias in killing people that engendered hatred.
Wait. Important detail. He works at the army, so
Yes.
don't be worried that this guy has a gun and a license to kill.
Had Hitler just killed anyone and everyone without discriminating by gender or race, he'd have been popular among liberals, the left, and Democrats. It's an equal opportunity to be murdered thing. That gets in the craw of liberals' throats. Liberals believe everyone has the right to be a target of murder and resent that Hitler didn't allow everyone that chance. Plus, Hitlers are very anti-German racist germaphobes, like Dr. Fauci and Sheldon Cooper.
Now, did you see a Dr. Fauci shout out coming at the beginning
No.
of that answer? Because I did not. Big come up for Fauci here.
Says, then people notice both Hitler and hate start with the letter H. More than
Oscar the
everyone else.
Fauci.
Who's Sheldon Cooper?
We're going to look up Sheldon Cooper real quick. So if you...
The guy from the Big Bang
Young
Theory?
Sheldon. Young Sheldon.
Is this a joke? I can't tell what's
I don't
going
think
on.
it's a joke. Just everyone calm down.
Do people hate Hitler?
So mad at
I love the idea that it's not even why do people hate Hitler. It's like, hold on. Apparently people hate Hitler. Does anyone know why?
Why? What?
Wait, Hitler? Like Adolf Hitler?
From
People
class?
hate him? What has he ever done?
This is a silly website.
This guy said the Holocaust.
That's why.
I mean, hey.
It's why.
Question asked, question answered.
It's from the warring and the killing. Okay. Well, we cleared it up.
It doesn't show me fucking.
There's not gonna be a Fred Sook in all of these. Okay.
If people love Franklin D. Roosevelt or Trump, they shouldn't have an issue with Hitler.
Okay.
All three were protecting their countries. Lols.
Lols. That's one of the best uses of lols I've come across in one of these in some time.
That's awesome. All right, let's go to the next one.
Okay. I think we cleared up a lot there.
Oh, this is a good one. I'm in love with Adolf Hitler. Is it normal? Yeah, I guess if you're freaking Ava Brown.
I'm gonna say it's not normal because I haven't heard anybody else say it.
I'm in love with a Hitler. That's
It
my new parody song.
seems irregular. That's good, man.
Thanks.
That's really funny.
What would you give that out of 10?
9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
We're having too much fun today. They gotta take away our cell phones. Tell us pay attention in class 'cause we're having too much fun right now.
Oh, I
Too
love
much
the
fun.
bonus feed.
We got another 1 million minutes left. Here's the thing in the themes is you do a little bit and you're like, I'm full. And then you're like, there's so much left on my plate.
I feel like I have a lot more room for Hitler.
Oh, I'm glad you feel that way because there's a lot more coming.
And I'm not even in love with the guy.
Do you think it's normal?
I think it's not normal.
I don't think it's normal, but I do want to know why they're in love.
Okay, well, the top answer here is personally, I'm a fan of Adolf. I've read about the wars and how he coordinated and controlled people with his speeches. There are probably different ways to look at Adolf generally. People tend to look at his evil side and thereby reject everything that has to do with him. The part of Hitler I'm in love with is his determination and motivational qualities. My point is, if you're in love with Hitler because of his good qualities, then it's fine. But if you're in love with him because of his hatred of Jews, then you have a serious problem.
And you're sick in the head. If
This
you're
is
in love
the
with
best
Hitler
episode.
the way that you're in love with Michael Phelps, that's okay.
I wish I could cut all of this up into clips, but we would just be banned from TikTok. We mentioned Hitler on one clip, and
Yeah.
TikTok was like, "No."
That's because TikTok, like Quora, is overrun with Hitler content.
I'm blown away by this.
They
question.
gotta get in front of it.
Sorry, this answer.
I think after the Andrew Tate stuff, TikTok felt like they had to like, hey man, if you want advertisers to keep coming in here, could you like de-incel it a bit?
Chill it
Just
out.
like chill it out like a bit.
Hey man, can you just only like Hitler for his good qualities?
Just for the speed at which he swims.
I
For his
really love
curt
this fucking
mustache.
answer. Oh, and all the comments are like, yes, me too.
But that's Dictator Lover 89 though. That's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
his core.
I've always been a little different, but it's nice to see that other people love him as well in a sexual way.
The picture is a cat.
Okay, this is an edgy child, I think.
Dictator Lover 80. They're born in 1989.
Yeah. I like this person, June.
34.
June Smith says, I've always admired Hitler, parentheses. I think he has gorgeous eyes.
Okay, so apparently there's like a lot of people. They do all have like kind of Nazi names for their Quora profile,
Sure.
which is like, I'm not sure he has mainstream sex appeal if that's the case.
I think I agree with that.
Like, I don't think he's hot like the way Justin Timberlake is hot.
I don't mean to be a huge hater, but I think you cannot like Hitler for his good qualities. I don't think that's allowed.
Bro, you're such a hater.
I hate to dunk on a guy.
You hate to see somebody shine 90 years ago.
It feels like bias at that point if I'm like, oh, you can't even like his good qualities, but I don't like the guy. I don't know. He rubs me the wrong way.
There were some in-depth questions about his mustache and like why he has the small mustache. And it's because he had a big one and then had to make it small.
Sure.
So I wonder what he looks like with a big mustache.
You'll probably find out.
I don't know how to Google that exactly.
I'm just Googling Hitler big mustache.
All right, I'm going to hit this button, but with a sense of solemnness.
Oh, baby! Here he is with a normal sized mustache.
He looks like Sean McCarthy.
And then here he is in his youth.
The big mustache does look better.
Yeah.
The little one's silly.
Otherwise, he looks like podcaster Sean McCarthy.
I think it's just like skinny white guy head.
Yeah.
Also, I have face blindness.
That is true. You do.
Everyone looks like the And One guy to me.
I like this one. It's strange to be in love with a dead person. Truth.
Fact.
Facts. That's a cracked fact. This
That's
is
a
on
cracked
crack.com. We're
fact.
in the cracked studio. I keep seeing people's feet go by the door.
Wondering whether to kick it down.
Whether to say, can you guys stop talking about how much you love Hitler?
Trying to post the 9 reasons that
We have so many more to go.
Ninja Turtles are based.
Okay. Next question. Do atheists know that Hitler was an atheiist?
I don't know if atheists know that,
Newsflash.
honestly. I think atheists would kind of be low-key Fred Sook about that.
Was Hitler an atheist?
It'd be Sook up. Yeah, well, atheists don't know.
What religion?
They don't know that. And I think that maybe that's true.
He was a German Christian, so no. German Christians were a Protestant group that supported Nazi ideology.
Answer is he's Protestant.
Yeah, he's not.
Sorry.
Do not put that on
Sorry.
atheism. Put that on Catholics.
You
or,
leave
Protestants,
atheists
rather.
out of it.
Yeah, hey, atheists have done nothing wrong. They're not
Bill
even
Maher
annoying.
is not to blame for
No
the events of
rule.
1939.
If you're gonna do the Holocaust, you're a Christian German. You're a German Christian.
The writer's strike is affecting every show. It's devastating in its impact. He tried to write out the new rules once when he went back on air. Was like, it's hard. It's a lot harder than I thought. Welcome back to Real Time with Bill Maher. We're doing a Hitler episode.
They hired their first woman on that show like last year.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that funny?
That's
Bill Maher.
progress.
Bill Maher, one of the writers on Bill Maher, I think, is like one of the funniest stand-up comedians in the world.
Nick Vatterott?
Yeah,
I bet we could get him on this show.
I think he's very funny.
He's around.
He'd probably do it, but he's a very visual comedian. You'd have to watch the
You
video.
gotta watch the feed.
Most of his jokes are him being like, "Here's my impression of a balloon."
It's so funny
That is
when he
really
does
good.
it, though. It's so good. Check out Nick Vatterott.
Check out Nick Vatterott,
Hey,
writer
Nick.
for Bill Maher.
Nick, sorry to shout you out on this episode.
And now back to the Hitler stuff. Nick listens to the pod, I'm sure.
He's a big fan.
Oh, that's funny.
Terribly embarrassing.
Remember we did Josh Gondelman a few weeks ago?
So funny. Okay. Well,
Everybody loves our cool Brooklyn comedy references.
I'm so happy that I'm referencing people who are on TV and not like a guy I met once. That's a big improvement for me.
This guy says, no, of course not. That's because, unlike many theists, atheists generally do not go around claiming to know things that are demonstrably not true. I have a question for you. Was Hitler an atheist?
Nine, 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 nine.
No.
Lock 'em up.
Shut the fuck up.
Big fan of this turn for Bill.
Did I ever tell you I did that Bill Maher show? I did a show as Bill Maher.
No.
I did.
Oh, wait, you did. You told me that you did you bombed dressed up as Bill Maher.
I did a show that was there's this show called Stick or Treat in New York where I did my Jerry Seinfeld bit. That was like the most successful thing I've ever done in my whole career.
Yeah.
And the next year they canceled it. No one knows why. I don't know if it's because Mark Norman
Jerry
was
Seinfeld
outed or
said
whatever.
no.
What's up? Yeah.
He shut it down. My Seinfeld.
No. Was that this episode?
Yes.
Okay, good. Anyway, so so someone else asked me to be on their show. I don't want to like name names really, but you could look it up.
Okay.
So I did this character, I'm Just a Bill Maher, where it was me dressed as like I'm Just a Bill, but it was Bill Maher. So it was like, the bit was kind of like I'm on Capitol Hill and
get all the Schoolhouse Rock heads up and dancing.
Yeah, the combination of words are just like I'm on Capitol Hill and here's my new rule kind of shit.
Comedy is just about saying two things.
Yes.
And that is two things. So it should have been a big hit.
So I have a whole costume. You can look it up. It's like a whole thing.
He's dressed as a Bill.
The show is at Old Man Hustle, which I have not been to.
We shall speak of no more.
Well, I want to speak of a little bit because I want to say that I did not know it is owned by Compound Media owner Anthony Cumia.
Yeah.
Who
By
is
the
just
way,
a racist.
We're trying to get Quarrators on the Cumia network.
So the audience was right wing.
Yes.
So right wing audience. So I'm going in with this joke making fun of Bill Maher, who is basically just a conservative at this point.
Yeah, I don't think conservatives see him that way, but I do think that they're probably just like, I never think about this guy.
I just don't care about what
I'm not
this is.
interested in this.
The host, who is a Compound Media host, who I never met before but learned afterwards is just like a right-wing guy.
His name is like Jackknife Taylor.
Yeah, I mean, I know his name. It was Mike something. Whatever.
You know how many Italians are named Mike? Right in.
Anyway, so I say to him, he's like, what's your thing? And I was like, I'm just a Bill Maher. He goes, I'm just a what? And I'm like, just say, I'm just a Bill Maher. And he goes, all right, I got it. Don't worry. He goes up, he goes, this next comedian is just Bill Maher.
Dude, he fucking stuck the knife in you, dog.
And then
he
I go
executed you live on stage.
I go up, I have the worst set I've ever had in my life. And it's just terrible. And like, no one knows what the fuck I'm doing.
You're covered in equipment and costumery.
I get off, the host goes back and goes, that guy fucking made a whole costume. What a loser. He's like, that guy like went to a store and bought stuff.
Oh, he got your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how you're still alive after that.
Yeah.
That's devastating. Just a Bill Maher.
Anyway, that was that.
If you wanted to do like the right wing stick or treat roast, it should have just been like, I'm Bill Maher and I'm gay. And then that would have been
That's
like a
everyone's
huge hit.
character.
That would've
Everyone
been
else did
everyone.
that. They were just like, what if a guy was gay?
Was gay.
I'm woke something.
He went viral on right wing YouTube with gay Jerry Seinfeld. I'm kissing George. I'm in love with George. We're close friends and so much more.
It's kind of sweet.
I just want to hold him. He's my little bowling ball. Has twice as many views.
Are you a grower or a shower? Take a shower before you show me your shower.
That's damn good. That's why he's the best, people.
Yeah, all right.
Anyway,
kill myself.
this quarrel wasn't true. It turned out.
Hitler.
we double-checked
Not
it.
an atheist.
This is the first quarrel we've double checked, and it was not true.
He references a higher power in his book Mein Kampf. So, owned.
Owned.
Okay.
Destroyed.
Opposite question. Was Adolf Hitler inspired by Islam?
Oh, baby!
Now, unfortunately, Muslim Jeremy is out of office.
We could not get him for this. We tried to book him. His email is locked up. I'm getting the return message on all my messages sent.
I don't even know I don't think he. I assume he hated Muslim
Inspired by
people.
Islam? No. Okay, let's pause for a moment and ask ourselves who asked this question, and is it someone having a laugh,
I think this
or
is.
is it someone who's like a war on terror style conservative?
This is what I think. I think this is a right wing person who's like, Islam is also about killing people.
Right.
That's the core tenet of their belief.
Because if you're an
It's
American, you're
murder.
like essentially ideologically like
Yeah.
kind of on par with Hitler. Like you're still
Yes.
Americified, so you know Hitler bad, but we're doing war on terror now. So if you hear
Yeah.
facts about that, you're like, yeah, it makes sense to me.
If you lived through 9/11, there's like a 50% chance you think that like the point of Muslims is killing
60% of your
people.
body is corn. It's just been corn for years, and you've become kind of an ear of corn. And so that allows you to be deceived by many misleading facts and figurees.
This is a politics podcast.
It's a politics podcast, and we're wondering, was Adolf Hitler inspired by Islam? Let's see the comments.
So everyone in the comments is quoting Hitler. Apparently, he said the only religion I respect is Islam. The only prophet I admire
So
is
he
the
gave
Prophet
them-
Muhammad. There's 0% chance he said this.
This is did Hitler really give one of his famous shout outs to the Prophet Muhammad?
Shouts out to Islam.
Yo,
It's your
first
boy
off,
Hitler.
he's doing like the speech where he gestures with his arms really wildly, but he's like, yo, for real, first thing I want to say, shout out to Islam. Shout out Ava. Again, you know I love you, girl.
My point is that I think Cracked would let us run this, but I mean, it would just be rude
It would be rude.
to put this on their channel.
I think it's better back here.
I do think it's
It's
better.
fine.
Someone says not really.
Yeah, not really. That's kind of what my thought is.
Apparently, he had a positive view of Islam because he perceived Islam as violent.
Okay, so this is
I don't know if this is real. Maybe it is.
I could believe it. So one of my favorite things about reading about like what people thought was like science 100 years ago is you'll find the most racist people in the world, and they're like, well, I think the Chinese are dogs, but their stick-to-itiveness is second to
Right.
none. Like,
Right.
they
That's
have all these,
true.
like,
Because they live in like a
Elaborate
D&D
opinions.
style world where like
Exactly.
everybody has racial bonuses.
they all have stats.
Yeah, I mean that's a big reason why a lot of people hated the Jews is because they're like Jews have like a money and intelligence bonus, and that's
Nerf
not
now.
right.
Nerf now.
Yeah, basically.
They have all their points in loud talking.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
It's not right. I want to be like that.
That should be me up there.
They should be quieter and dumber. And that's a compliment. And that's why I'm in love with Hitler. Don't cut that.
Is it weird?
Don't clip it.
Right in. Is Jeremy weird?
Do not clip me. I cannot wait to get canceled for this one day.
Hey, you do all the clips.
Yeah, that's true. But, just because it exists.
Nah.
It's the Hitler episode. And it's just me and you, like, arms crossed, backs to each other.
We're too cool, guys. It's Friday at 3 p.m.
We got one more of these to do after this.
Oh, boy. I'm
One
glad
more
we're getting
episode,
it
I
all
mean.
out of our system.
Someone says, no, please don't be obtuse. Hitler
Okay.
was a demagogue and nar. No amount of salt could make anything he said worth consideration.
So, Nar, we know this person's Australian.
Yeah, nar. He was
Nar,
not.
then Nar.
Nar. He did not like Islam.
Yeah, I'm on my hoo shit today. I'm on my owl game right now.
All right, let's do another one of these. We got so many left to go.
Yep. Again, I cut this down dramatically.
We don't even have that much
We
time.
could do 12 of these.
If Hitler
And
woke
we
up,
should.
if Hitler woke up from death, what would happen?
What the hell? That's
if
the
you-
last sound he heard. But what if he woke up?
Do you think he's alive? I mean, do you think he's dead, rather?
I think he'd wake up, and then because of how video games are out now, he would probably hear this sound.
Killing spree.
Wow, it'd be the third coming of Jesus.
Because Jeremy's not Jesus. We
Oh,
already
right.
talked about this
My
on the
bad.
show. So if he woke up from death, I don't think he'd get to be president anymore because it's a
Of
different
Germany?
government and country and stuff.
How does that work, though? Because, he never got, like, first of all, this fucking website, dude.
Through
I
a
can only
technicality, he's president again.
I can sort by upvotes. It's all just related.
Quora's broken, y'all.
It is.
It like doesn't work.
It's like they don't want us to do our hit podcast Quorators.
And that their most famous episode, Hitler episode.
The issue might be that Quora has decided that every single answer on this is needs improvement,
Below the line, yeah.
which is pretty funny in itself.
Quora has decided we're cringe.
A lot of people are just like, he's old. He'd
He's
be
old,
128.
if he woke up, he'd
And that
be
was
like,
8 years ago.
You're old. You can't run for office.
This time he would not get a chance to suicide. And that's a quote from Jewish people.
All Jewish people said that. Can you believe that?
We all said that one.
They all at the same time.
Yeah, we'd beat his ass.
A great summoning.
Apparently
But
there's a
honestly, the
documentary about
answer,
this.
I'd have to beat his ass.
I definitely would.
Oh, there's a movie from 2015.
Yeah, it's a comedy movie.
I remember this. This sucked.
It's called Look Who's Back.
It's
Is it a-
extremely German.
Is it a German movie? Are you allowed to make that kind of movie in Germany? I guess you are.
No.
I mean,
I mean, it exists.
he did it.
This actor is too young.
Yeah, that was weird.
But anyway, regardless, I'd beat his ass, Jeremy. Yo, if I like came home and Hitler was in my apartment, I'd be like, who pays the rent here? Who pays the rent
Yeah,
here?
I'm
I
gonna-
better not see you playing my PlayStation, Hitler.
This guy, Raul Ruiz, says he would catch an ass whooping
Yup.
and be dead again very soon after.
Yo, if I came home and Hitler was eating out of my fridge, if he was getting pickles out of my fridge, I'd say put those pickles down.
Also, people
Spit that back up.
People keep saying like, he was born in 1889, so he would be too old. It's like that's not the
He's
question.
magically resurrected, you bitch.
You fucking dumbass.
You
How
bongo.
dare you? Anyway,
You don't know nothing about resurrected Hitler, zombie Hitler.
someone says like, "Oh, if he survived the wall, he'd be dead by now." We know. The
We know
question is,
that.
what if he woke up from death?
Would you beat his ass?
Oh my God! Read a book that isn't Mein Kampf.
I do really feel like the question is, would you beat Hitler's ass?
Yeah, and the answer is yes, I would.
The answer is we'd all do that.
All right, similar question.
And
here.
also, people back then didn't have the same level of nutrition. You'd be a lot stronger than them.
yeah, and taller maybe.
Anybody in World War II, you could probably beat up in a one-on-one. You can 1v1 anyone.
Easily. Whenever people were like, "Oh, kids these days are so weak," no.
No, their bones
Gen
are like
Z would
iron.
beat the shit out of the D-Day people.
They're so well fed and they have such great energy drinks.
and they know so much because of TikTok. They're the smartest generation ever.
Oh, this question is top Quora verbiage here.
Is Hitler in hell these days? What's he up to?
What's what's going on?
I haven't heard from Hitler in a while. Is he in hell
It's
these
been
days?
like roughly 90 years.
Yeah, pretty much 80.
Where is he these days?
What's he up to?
Like, is he in hell these days? Did he have a temporary internship at hell?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
The comments seem to say no, yes, no, no. There is no hell. No,
yeah,
he
people are
died.
saying hell isn't real. One person asked, would the devil like him or not? Which is kinda
Okay,
interesting.
that is. I mean, that's more of a question about the devil.
Yeah.
That's mostly like, does the devil like this is again like if the devil likes pain, is
Right.
hell for the devil like a nice place with stuffed animals? This is tackled in Dragon Ball Z
it?
extensively by Frieza,
Wow.
who goes to hell and just has a happy stuffed animal time.
That sounds dope.
Yeah, check out Dragon Ball Z.
I'm going to check that out. We should watch it on this show.
Yeah, I think we should watch every episode of Dragon Ball Z
Sounds awesome.
on camera. You can watch us watching it, so you can zoom into our eyes,
Yeah, let me open it up.
see the TV reflected.
All right.
Jeremy doesn't know how to use the computer.
I'm not going to do it. This question is over. Next
Yeah, we think
question.
that one sucks.
Next question. Adolf Hitler starts crawling out of your dishwasher, but you can't kill him. What do you do?
All right, so first I want to beat his ass.
But you can't kill him.
No, but I'm like, dishwasher, do you pay for that? You pay for that dishwasher? I got a water bill coming out my wazoo.
Now, what's interesting is that someone else asked the exact same question, but about Joseph Stalin crawling out of your refrigerator.
Oh, that's interesting. Appliance to appliance. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what about
Why is
Hitler
it?
is essentially a dishwasher? What
Hitler
about Stalin is
is
essentially
cleaned.
a refrigerator?
But Stalin is cold.
He's cold as Russia.
I don't think my dishwasher
Whereas
could
Hitler-
fit him.
Hitler
I don't
is
have a dishwasher. I
wet
have,
as the Rhine.
I have a dishwasher you plug into a sink. I don't think Hitler would fit into it. Real talk.
Yeah, I have a dishwasher that's like Here's the thing: is if in New York City, if you have a dishwasher at all, you're very lucky. I believe Jeremy, you like sent away for an appliance.
I bought one.
Like you
online.
bought one, and that's what I meant
I didn't
by
send
sent
my
away.
butler to pick it up for me.
You didn't send him magazine.
Jarvis, get me an appliance to clean my dishes. You're not doing it sufficiently.
It appears your scrubbings leave much to be desired, Jarvis. I send you away. I sent you to bring back a dish machine.
If I see any Hitlers coming from it,
But I'm not allowed to kill them.
I will be furious.
The first thing if Hitler comes out of my dishwasher, I'm going to be like,
I'd be
God
cross.
damn these rules about what I'm allowed to do in this
know.
situation. But back to explaining
I have a
things, New
great-
York explaining
Please.
to our Texas audience. If you
That's
have
true.
a dishwasher in New York at all, you're very lucky. And you should count yourself lucky to
You
be
have one.
there. I have one. It's a little guy.
a
And
little
Hitler
guy.
wouldn't fit in that either. Not with all the dishes. I'm assuming he's replaced your dishes.
Yeah.
Like instead of the machinery usually
What about,
in there.
and also the the slidey trays where you can put the dishes on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is those two?
Okay.
I know he's not going to fit in there without those.
This guy wrote a dialogue. Should we read it?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. This guy's name is Andrew
Wait,
Irwin.
it may be cringe.
He says, I have written creatively for 15 years. It is cringe.
Okay.
Do you want to be Andrew or Hitler?
I want to be Hitler.
All right, I'll be Andrew, and then you be the UN receptionist.
Nobody clip me saying that for any reason. It's for a play.
All right,
We're on
so
Quora.
I'm Andrew. You're the other two characters. Okay. Watching TV. Well, I need food. Walks into the kitchen and sees Hitler crawling out of a dishwasher. What the hell? Grabs shotgun.
9.
Die, fascist scum.
9.
Damn it. Bullets won't do anything against this bastard. Grabs a baseball bat and raises it above head.
Now, Jeremy, I kind of feel like I'm getting pigeonholed with this dialogue.
Don't worry, it's going to get changed.
9.
I slammed the bat onto Hitler's head. Now, what do I do with genocidal maniac? Calls UN. Now you're a UN
Hello,
receptionist.
how may I help you today?
Is this the UN? Okay, good. I have a package with your guy's name on it.
Okay, what is it?
Adolf Hitler.
Is this a prank? You know the penalty for prank calling an international organization is?
This is not a joke. Hitler crawled out of my dishwasher. He's unconscious right now.
So this isn't a joke, okay? I'll send a SWAT team right away.
Waiting for SWAT team. Finally, what took so long? Hands over at Hitler and continues with life.
Hey, thanks for all the upvotes, everybody.
This is the fastest I've reached 2.5 thousand views.
We're the Hitler Quora Herald team, and that's the end of our scene. We're the worst team ever produced by UCB. It's a really competitive list. We made it to the top. Not really clear what our idea was.
Yeah, people don't even like it in the Quora comments. They're like,
They're
"This
dragging
sucks."
your ass at the Quora comments.
One guy says it made him laugh.
Yeah.
Carlito Reigns.
Carlito
Great
Reyes.
dialogue by Andrew Irwin. He's been doing creative writing for 15 years. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, he's got a lot of
He is
ideas in
20 years old, so
20 years young.
and also a private second class in the United States Army.
Oh.
So he can kill. He also loves Pokemon.
Me too.
Hey Andrew, have fun killing our enemy soldiers.
Yeah, fight for the. Hey, Andrew, thank you for what you do.
Thank you for your service.
All right, let's do the next one.
There's more dialogue too.
No, I don't want to read another dialogue.
Drinking
We
water
could do
from
one
kitchen.
dialogue
What's
per post.
happening?
You're lucky. You're lucky to be going through one dialogue because I'm still paying for the costumes.
All right. Here we go. Would Hitler or Mussolini have gotten me a girlfriend?
Okay, so now we're entering a very interesting.
Incels.
We're an interesting spree of questions because Hitler and girlfriend comes up a lot together.
Did you just search those two words?
Yes.
Nice.
I also searched Hitler and boyfriend.
Beautiful.
But it was all about kissing Hitler and thinking Hitler's so cute.
So this question is an incel being like, listen, I'll vote for whoever gets me a freaking girlfriend. I'm a what issue voter.
You have my vote, Hitler and Mussolini. See, that's interesting. You interpreted it that way. That is probably how the question is meant to be read. I did have the initial read of like, well, if I'm hanging out with Hitler and Mussolini, we're hitting the town. They finally give me the liquid courage I
I've got
need.
the great wingman. It's Hitler.
Get upset, Jeremy. You've got this one. You rock, dude. They're at the arcade or something. I don't know.
This is just the plot of Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, JoJo's so funny.
This guy says they ran concentration camps, not dating services.
That's objectively true.
Oh man, that's a movie I want to see. Finding love in a hopeless place.
Absolutely, it is. I think I'm breaking this chair. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I do.
It sounds like it's being broken into
We're going to the
bits.
cracked studio. Remember last week when we were with Kyle in the cutting room?
That was
I guess
pretty
that was
cool.
2 weeks ago at this point.
That was the coolest I've ever felt. I felt like a
Yeah.
made man in an Italian restaurant. It looks like an Italian restaurant.
Avery Goodman wrote a poem, it looks like, so I'm going to read this. Even Hitler had a girlfriend whom he could always call, who would always be there for him in spite of all his faults. He was the worst guy ever, reviled and despised. But even Hitler had a girlfriend, so why don't I?
Killing spree.
Probably because your poem sucks.
I thought it was fine. This is... Oh, it's not Amy Goodman from Democracy
Avery
Now.
Goodman.
Never mind that.
Avery Goodman.
Wouldn't it be
from
crazy if Amy...
Minneapolis.
Is Amy Goodman on Quora? Would you search that?
Who's Amy Goodman?
She hosts Democracy Now and has for 20 years.
I don't know her.
She's an old journalist.
No, she's not on there.
No, it's just
Who is
Libs
Amy
asking
Goodman?
about
No
Amy
answer.
Goodman. Yeah, that's Jeremy's question. All right, I regret
I don't
asking.
know her.
Forget it. It's boring and it sucks.
It's boring.
The
Bye.
answer is yes, they would get you a girlfriend because they're your best friends. In the
Next one. Why do I fantasize about having sex with Ava Braun, Hitler's girlfriend? Because
This-
you're weird.
This is one of the most interesting ones out of all of them, I think, because the other ones are like, if you're posting online, you're like, I love Hitler, I'm Hitler's girlfriend, or whatever. I assume you're just like being a lady edgelord, an edge lady, and that you just want people to yell at you, kind of. And like, if you're talking about Hitler so much, you mostly just want to get yelled at. If you're in love with Ava Braun, I genuinely like don't know what's going on. Like,
Yeah, that's a weird one.
she's not like a Marilyn Monroe kind of
No,
thing. It's mostly
she
just people are
was-
like, oh, age gap problem.
She was what, 30? She died when she was 33. She was also like famously kind of dumb, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, she.
Well, sure, but I think like my understanding is that she wasn't like really into the Nazi stuff so much as she was like, my boyfriend bought me a new jacket.
He's so rich.
Yeah, that's like kind of like who she was though, right?
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't say for sure, and we should take time to read the full Wikipedia.
I've done
but
this before. I've 100% read the full Wikipedia of Ava Braun at some point in my life.
You love Ava Braun so
I
much.
do this thing where sometimes it'll be like 3 a.m. and I'm like, I really got to go to bed, or I'm in bed and I can't sleep, and I'm like, I wonder what Ava Braun was like. And then I just read the whole Wikipedia
She's
page.
probably not as hot as they say.
She's not even freaking hot, dude.
And she got killed by Hitler.
Yeah, well, she killed herself.
I thought he shot her in the head.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh no, she got cyanide poisoned. It's not important. It's just not. It fucking doesn't matter. The point is, why are you obsessed with this
Yeah,
dead lady?
she cyanided, poisoned herself,
She's
and then
so
Hitler shot
dead.
himself.
She's like the deadest woman who's ever been dead.
Yeah. Yeah, she's dead, dude. It's too late. She's gone. She also has a freaking boyfriend, all right?
She's taken.
She has a boyfriend.
She's in hell with Hitler these days.
Maybe.
Possibly. Right in.
She had a dog. I know that. They also shot the dog, I think. Anyway.
Why would you shoot the dog? I guess alternatively, dog gets bombed out in a bunker. So I guess that's actually kind of like nice.
Yeah, I guess.
It's such a bad situation. I'm just so done with this crew.
The Hitler crew.
Hitler
There's no answer on this.
I feel like a bunch of Nazis were feeling similarly at the end of World War II. They were like, this crew sucks. What? Don't comment
No?
on the
Okay.
Ava Braun question. I don't want people to respond. You already talked to the rapper guy.
Okay, you're right.
Fred Sook?
Have you ever
What was his first
fantasized
name?
of being nodded?
No.
Not gonna click it. Not gonna click it.
No.
We have one more. We have one more Hitler question.
Did you love this?
I loved it.
Did you unsubscribe from our program now? Right in.
I thought it was great.
We'll always have the amount of fun that we had from this podcast.
This might be my favorite episode, unironically.
I think the Master Chief episode is my favorite one because I learned so much about Master Chief.
I have one more question for you, Alex.
Okay.
What would you do if Hitler teleported into your house?
What the hell?
I think the first thing I'd say is, well, hold on, I got a house in Brooklyn? That's dope.
I must be doing pretty well But there's a catch.
It's Hitler House.
What's this teleportation pod in the back? Oh, 9.
Oh, man.
But honestly, though, I beat his ass. Half these questions you could answer that way, and they're just as valid.
I like this one answer. I mean, this is a very long answer, but just one part of it is like Hitler doesn't speak English.
Yeah,
so I can't talk to him.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
True that.
I think he was trying to learn English. I saw in one of the posts while I was researching for this. It's like Stalin knew a bunch of languages, and Hitler was like trying to get a second one going.
This answer is crazy. This guy says, I'm a human moralist. He says, I'd say Grube mein Führer, ich wort schon lang. Greetings, my
Nobody
Führer.
clipped this episode.
I've been waiting a long time to show him my Hitler bust desk ornament, which I do own as a possible authentic World War II artifact. I figure that would lull him into a false sense of security, and at the first opportunity, I'd bash him over the head. And then he has a picture of his Hitler bust.
Why do you have a bust if that's what you do?
I do want to point out I'm no fan of the man, but I think it's an interesting object. It's
Look,
one of those objects that when
Just
you hold it,
because you keep a large life-size bust of someone in the house doesn't
and you know how
mean
to
you admire
say
them.
"Greetings, my Führer" in German. Please don't clip that.
Wasn't one of the Clarence Thomas donators like
Yes.
somebody with a Hitler
He
library?
had a bunch of Hitler stuff, and he was like, "I don't think he's cool."
You know what? If he made a post like that on Quora, I would believe him because it sounds like he really does not care for the guy.
Would you, if you could, would you take the Hitler stuff? I feel like everyone in the world, even like podcasts I listen to, were like, "No, I would not take it," but I feel like I definitely would.
If you mean like if it was donated to me?
If someone was like, "Hey, I have this like sword that Hitler owned. Do you want it?" I'd be like, "Yes."
Oh yeah, because it resells.
I would just think it's cool to have
Yeah.
as a trophy.
We're both history enthusiasts. And so, yeah, I think you having is kind of like keeping the scalp of an
Yeah.
enemy in that
As
way.
a Jew, it's a little easier to be like, "I don't think he's cool."
Yeah, it's easy for you. You don't know how hard it is for me to
It's
say
so
that.
hard for Alex.
I have to fight all of my natural instincts.
Do you have a sword?
Do I have a sword? No. And
have
I'm
a few
sick
friends
of
with
people
swords.
asking me.
Really?
That. Yeah.
I have a few friends with swords. They're all like
Oh.
anime guys.
Yeah. Well, that's why I thought people would. Do I think swords are cool?
Yeah.
Obviously, yes. Obviously, they're very cool. But it's with the amount of room I have in my house, either room for a sword or a life-size Hitler bust. And I know which one I'm keeping in the odds of a teleportation home invasion.
My issue with the sword is that it's similar to guns, where I just know if I had a sword, I'd chop my own head off at some point.
It is like extremely dangerous. Although I think that the kinds that they sell you for decoration are like they're not weapons really. They're kind of like big,
That's true.
heavy irons. You can hurt
That's
yourself
why it
with
would
all
be a
kinds of
pain in the
household
ass to
objects.
kill myself with that, like I'm in freaking Harakiri.
Yeah, you would never harakiri yourself.
Doesn't that happen in that movie?
Harakiri?
Harakiri? Is that what it is? Doesn't the guy stab himself with a blunt sword? Whatever. Who cares?
Who cares? It sucks. Anyway, I'd kick his ass.
Yeah, hold on. Before we end this, I want to grab something.
All right. Jeremy's going to get something that allows me to work out my tight five. So I've been downloading these apps lately, and there's all
right
kinds
here.
of some of the women who. Okay, there he is. He's back again.
Oh my god.
It's not a political show, folks. It's not a political
For
show.
those listening, it's the George Bush mask.
From the live show, it's
the
now
George
in the
Bush.
office.
Yep.
I pitched Jeremy on this George Bush mask, and he thought it was so funny, and we both laughed. And
I
laughed.
still think it's funny.
And we were right.
There's something funny, I think, about making fun of George Bush in 2023. It was a
is
simpler
funny.
time, right?
It is. It's funny because Green Day is kind of funny,
yeah.
and that's what I wanted to say on this episode.
Remember David Cross?
Oh, we gotta have him on.
When I told my mom that we had Kyle Kinane on, for some reason I brought it up in conversation, and she was like, "Me and Dad love that guy," and I was like, "Really?" And then she was like, "Oh wait, no, I mean David Cross."
Yeah,
So we gotta have David Cross on.
it's extremely doable.
Yeah, and he's around.
I have his email.
Let's have David Cross on the show.
Let's do it.
Why not?
Fucking A. That's been the Hitler episode.
Thanks for listening.
If you didn't like that, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
They're not all like that.
I'll say this: if you didn't like the episode, I cannot imagine you're still at this part. I feel like you probably clicked it. You saw the title. You're like, "That's not for me." Maybe I'll listen to 1 minute to see if it's a joke,
What if it's an ironic title?
and then you're out.
Yeah, that would be it.
Oops, all Hitlers.
Oops, all Hitlers. All right, that's going to be it for us this week. We hope you had a mic drop of a time. You're on Coordinators Plus. We'll see you then. We'll see you next time. Mein Führer.